lived in China now since 2015, and one of the first things I noticed when I got here was this sense of economic optimism that when it comes to individual opportunity, things were looking good. But over the last couple months, there's a thought that maybe that's begun to change. To be fair, there's a lot of reasons to be pessimistic these days. For starters, there's that giant trade war you might have heard of. China also just posted its slowest annual GDP growth rate since 1990, and the main stock market lost more than a quarter of its value since early last year. Things have cooled enough that you don't have to be an economist to notice.
We usually settle payments with our clients before the Chinese New Year, but this year is particularly difficult to get our payments on time.
Jiang Yuqi works in construction and renovation and says a rough real estate market means her clients aren't selling as many apartments as before. It's enough to make her think about her own spending habits. She's now using an app that lets her pay for big-ticket items over time, like a new car.
We can't afford to buy it at its full price, but we can choose to buy it in small installments and pay it back month by month.
In 2018, China new car sales shrunk for the first time in 20 years. iPhone sales were off 15%, and luxury brands could face a tough 2019. In a slowing economy, what people choose to spend their disposable income on changes.
Working out isn't like eating or housing. Those are must-haves. Working out isn't.
Zhou Cheng owns a gym in Beijing that has seen slowing sales this year, a trend he says has forced other gyms to close throughout the city.
Most people already have housing loans, car loans, and so on. Only when they can lower that pressure a little bit can they consider other needs like working out.
Amidst slowing traditional growth drivers like manufacturing, China is depending on consumer spending to support the economy. A recent consumer confidence survey by Beijing-based Capital University puts 2018's fourth quarter index at 99.4. Anything below 100 means consumers aren't optimistic overall about the economy. Now, some economists say there are still plenty of reasons to be optimistic about the Chinese consumer. Spending on services rather than goods, think travel, leisure, healthcare, is actually up. There's a big tax cut that could be in play this year, and retail sales will still grow. But the fact that I can easily come out on the street here and find multiple people who will tell me that they're worried about the economy, well, that's different than it was when I first got here. Matt Rivers, CNN, Beijing.